trying to see what's up.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Quentin Jefferson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They bring a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Hardman on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Jets will take over. At their own 42-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a late signing let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. You look at the defense for these Texans. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Rodgers. Here's a diving catch right side. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Stroud to throw it. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On play action, Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Down the left sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just...
And he's in! Touchdown, Jets! Dalvin Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, it's Stroud. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Ridiculous.
The slot man in motion right. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Stroud looking to throw. Caught by Woods. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On first down, here's Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Rodgers will try again on second down. It's complete to Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. these struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
In it to win it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Well, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Back deep is Tank Dell. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Force.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
19, Sergeant, 19.
And Stroud now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling it up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Stroud looking to change the play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 23 yards on the play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen. Oh, he shifts past him, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Let's go now. 1918.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Stroud. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. He was brought down by Malik Collins. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Derek Stingley picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Stroud here on 3rd and long. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Stroud now on second down. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over in that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That's into the hands of Woods. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
26.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
No.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. And again, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And quickly, they get to the line. On play action, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Zuerlein pulled it. Zuerlein pulled it. It's no good. Wide left.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Here we go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Stroud to throw it. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Texans are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Here's a 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this is Cook with a grab. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
They'll run for it. Cook. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Stroud sets up the play action. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he's into the clear. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to get this one down to Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Zerline connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That is caught by Dell. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by the former first